toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league.
And it'll be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is, because the best quarterbacks shake off performances like he had last week. Way too many interceptions. Didn't throw a touchdown pass. Team lost the game. Let's see if he can bounce back and get things going in the right direction.
He'll be trying to forget those 3 picks, as you noted. Throwing to start the drive. Kramer. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off usually after about 3 to 4 steps and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Throwing on 1st down. Kramer. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. He's locked in early. 2 nice 1st down completions to start.
I like the fact that he's seeing the whole field early, spreading it around a little bit in the early going.
They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The numbers for him from a week ago: 14 carries, 59 yards.
It's been a strong season for him thus far, sitting currently 7th in the NFL in rushing. He gives our offense really good flexibility, because if he's gashing a defense, they can ride him to an early lead. But the defense sells out to stop him, that opens up their passing game.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. To throw on 3rd down. Kramer. That's complete to Mooney. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 31-yard line. 11 yards for number 11. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
And a quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. Barkley, inside handoff. And some room to work. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley with career touchdown number 70. And the Giants put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. A little jet sweep to start the drive. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Looking to throw. Patterson. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. So problems with Aaron passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Kramer. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Bilal Nichols in there to take him down. Cade York on now for the field goal. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
Trying to build on that opening drive touchdown, but the drive stalls out. And then you get the missed field goal here, so they wind up with nothing to show from drive number 2.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. The numbers for Sanders last week, 10 carries, 77 yards.
A key component of his team's offense. He will certainly stay in that role if he keeps producing like this each week. Expecting to make a run at not only matching, but exceeding those numbers as this one goes on.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Operating from the gun. Patterson, flush to his right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
On 3rd down, McNeil. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The Lions at 500, 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. And Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Miles Sanders with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 7. These two teams all tied after one. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And New York set to take the field. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
A first down carry for Barkley. 45 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Running again with Barkley on second down. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 17 yards and a giant first down. Operating from the gun, Kramer. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. On second down, here's Barkley. Calling a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Kramer. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think can absorb that contact.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the Giants are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Back to throw. Kramer. Open man, he's got him. It's Tony for a Giant touchdown. Kadarius Toney, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants have taken the lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. A 10-play drive that time. And it's Kadarius Toney who caps things with a touchdown reception. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 1. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And Detroit back in possession of the football. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Second down, back to Sanders. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he is going to have a Lions first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. It's caught by Mike Evans. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Off the play fake, Patterson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Looking to throw. Patterson. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. It may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it?
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Patterson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal. And this one will be a 29-yard attempt. The kick by Bass is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a 1st and goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
This time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife's. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
And this will wind up a Lions first down as he gets it up past the 35.
I think the reason that this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
On first down, Patterson.
That's swung out wide to Sanders.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Looking to throw on second down. Patterson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
But plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
To throw on 3rd down, Patterson.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory.
Jalen Armour Davis, the one to get the tackle.
To throw on second down, Patterson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 22-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Yeah, he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Looking to throw on second down. Patterson. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Buried behind the line by Azeez Ojulari.
A truly all-around great effort against the pass today. First an interception, now getting to the quarterback for the first time in this contest. I think offensively, they just forgot to prepare for him or simply overlooked him in getting ready for this one. Either way, a big mistake, and he's making them pay for it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. 23 yards, the final tally. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line.
78 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Barkley again. But he will go backwards as he stopped for a loss.
That 2nd down play nets a -4. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Kramer. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown.
Juju Smith-Schuster.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Giants look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that makes it a 21-10 game.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
And Detroit getting set to go now.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Off play action. McNeil on the move to his left. This one caught. It's the tight end Hawkinson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 43. Back to throw. McNeil.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
To throw on second down, McNeil.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with it.
The Lions on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6.
And the Lions have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now out come the Giants.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
85 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation. And taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Giants. A big play there. 50 yards.
And the Giants use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Looking to throw. Patterson.
And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10, just missed that one.
Well, a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Off the play fake. Patterson airing this one out for Evans.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands but could not hang on.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. And a catch right side by Evans. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 14. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Steps away. Oh, no, he lost the football. And who's got it? The Giants.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh?
Second down, here's Barkley again. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 5, and that should just about wrap this one up.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So it's a win here for the Giants, and it was thanks in part to the play of their 3rd-year quarterback.
Yeah, he really had a great night throwing the football. 3 touchdown passes. He was totally locked in. He was precise, and he really willed his guys to the victory.
So for the Giants, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Lions.